Okay. And then I just go back. Oh, wait. So figure out. There we go. All right. There we go. Much better. Okay, and I'm just gonna expand it by about 2. Just so I can get a little bit in that line. It all depends on how thick you made your stroke, so depending on that, you can expand it however you want. But I'm just trying to fill in more space. I'm going to expand it since I have a 7-point stroke. I'm going to expand it one more time, and that's good. Then we're just going to pick a random color. Fill it in by holding Option and Delete, or Option backspace, Control backspace, in fact. Then I'm just going to go back to my wand and deselect. And that's our base color. I made it black because I'm black. Alright. For a nice trick for coloring, a lot of people, what they do is just, they make a new layer, they select the bottom layer like this again. And what happens is, if I were to just pick a dark skin color, go to that next layer, and then just make a quick layer around that. What happens is, if I deselect, if you actually look, like get outside and delete your outline, it's kind of jagged on the edges, really jagged. So if you don't want that, if you have to do the whole new layer and then selection key, my suggestion is this. Instead of using your magic wand and clicking the base layer here, go to the layer that you want to select. Hold your command or hold control if you're using Windows. Click that layer. And what happens is it selects everything in that layer by pixel. So you don't get jagged edges no matter what you do. Alright, so if I were to get rid of this, make a new color layer, and do the same thing. Get rid of the outline. And deselect. And I zoom in. It's a lot smoother. You guys see that? Yeah. There's still, since I'm so far zoomed in, there's still going to be like little mini pixels, but they're not going to show up as harshly as they would if you just selected the image. Okay. Now, the reason people select is because if you don't select your color layer and you try to ink, it'll go all outside your colors. Whoop, wait a minute. New layer. It'll go all outside your colors. That's why people use the magic wand. Personally, I don't do that. What I do is I make a new layer, I right-click that layer, and make a clipping mask. Now, you don't have to select anything. Color whatever you want. It won't go outside that layer. Okay? Now, just to show you again, I'm going to release the clipping mask. What people usually do is just, they go down here, they select the layer, and then they start coloring. I don't do that. I just make a new layer, right-click, create clip mask, and you don't have to select anything. Just start coloring, and it won't go outside that line. And it'll still be the same as holding command or holding control and clicking skin. It'll still be that smooth. Okay? So that's just a quick tip on people who want to do some coloring. But otherwise, yeah, I'm pretty much done.